Yeah, that's a good question. But also, it's like, yeah, but how long is an event? Like, if you,
Oh,
So it was
as a
2 hour,
business owner, if
it
you,
was a 2 hour thing.
how?
But there was only 8 people. Well, I mean, because between knockouts and shit, like
Yeah.
they gotta go and get the people off the stage.
Yeah,
and
that
wake them
shit,
up.
like-
do they? Is it like old UFC where it's just like any size person, or do they have like weight
I think
classifications?
there's like so. I mean, from what, because I don't know all the rules, but from what I could observe,
Yeah.
they weren't too far out of each other's weight.
Yeah.
So
Now,
each
I don't think they both weigh the same, but
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
maybe it's like
Yeah.
15,
But
20
I
pounds.
think I caught the shit when it like was in like clubs.
Yeah.
So I seen the shit like, but then it just went to a whole nother. Yeah, that shit crazy. Even that shit like in the octagon, it's like fucking like 3 people. It's like a
Oh yeah.
yeah,
but,
that
like,
shit.
Yeah, that shit's
Yeah, like what the fuck? All y'all in here fighting?
Dog, and then the next most entertaining shit I watched was that midget wrestling. That shit was
Oh yeah,
dope.
yeah,
I don't
that
know if
shit.
you ever seen that
Yeah, that
shit.
shit crazy.
Was dope.
I avoid the midgets at all costs.
Bro, I was glued to that shit. Like,
Yeah, that shit.
From the Sunshine State, the great state of Florida, and what does your Uncle Charlotte always say? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. I'm Big Bubba cross my black car. It's booby traps and pit bulls cross my backyard. I'm still strapped, boy, these handguns on Vanguard. I like going against the grain cause my head hard. Babe, I used to thug hard to see this crack hard. I don't thug nothing but the motherfucking task force. Me and 2 Root running shit, we like the fat boys. Paid cash for it, so I try this and fast forward. I put it all in your face like you asked for. Most of you love frontin' like the dashboard. I get it chalked out like the blackboard. I got the ghetto off glass like the backboard. Most of my niggas ride till it ain't no gas for. We been outside like ain't no map for. Been outside like ain't no map for.
I swear to God, these motherfucking jets in Florida is different. Man, I was at this house the other night. Gave her little son 1 melatonin, thinking this little motherfucker gonna go to sleep. Hell no, the little motherfucker ain't go to sleep. I ended up giving this little the whole goddamn bottle. He ate them all. It was up all motherfucking night. I ain't getting
I'm
no
in all
peace.
white ones. Picture could get me a Cy Young. We feel like nuns. No f***s giving like Spice One. We feel like bums. Don't change that I might run. Feel like buns. Shit sit when the price jump. I got white bumps. These bags kill it price plump. You only die once. I know you a snake with a sliced tongue. I can't trust you. I'ma dust you. Ain't no checking temperature. It's f*** you, then it's f*** you. These laws I'm stuck to. You know how many 12-12s I run through? My get cut, but my girlfriends get cut loose. My get hit like kung fu. I love the streets, but they never told me I love you.
You already know. I'm straight from Florida, G. You know, bottom of the motherfucking map. Home of motherfucking Uncle Luke. Home of Trick Daddy. Home of Kodak Black. Nothing but gold teeth, wigs, and motherfucking sticks. You already know. Bottom of the map. FLA. Shaped like a motherfucking Hezbollah. Have you, want it? Look, I ain't got no damn business at church. Cause all I be doing is looking at damn prints in that bitch. I'm talking about, man. You know how up it is? Like, you ever got hard in church before? Like, ain't that some shit? You get hard in church when you in that, like.
Welcome back. You're back on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. Don't forget we're available on all, and I do mean all podcast streaming platforms, including on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We got a new setup here. We got a new guest, Koldmilk.
Yes. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Koldmilk Podcast in the building. He also is a co-host on the Short Desk Podcast. Okay, We'll get to some of that in a minute here. All right, and then today, of course, we're going to be talking about some sports, music, entertainment. As always, you got Lebron and his camp sending out a message saying you're going to miss him when he's gone. You got the NBA Bleacher Report Top 100. You got Kobe being left off the top 10. We'll get to that. Paul Pierce has some advice for some black men out here in the world. And a lot more going on, man, in the world today we'll get to. Okay? You know, what's funny, y'all, is we was talking a little bit about Angel Reece and Koldmilk been betting on some of her games lately and stuff like that. She's been balling. But last week we really did our first like Angel Reece solo topic, because most of the time when we talk about the NBA,
in the context of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, most of the time it's in the context of Caitlin Clark, WNBA, and stuff like that, or is it Caitlin Clark beefing with Angel Reece, things like that. But so we did our first clip, and I put it up, and on TikTok and YouTube, and see, and today the theme for me is I want to call out the weird dudes. Like some weird ass dudes.
There's plenty of them.
Some weird ass niggas in this world, and it's so weird. And I put up the thing, and here goes the thing. The thing about sports is, like, it's you have your favorite players and your favorite people. That's cool. That's sports.
Right.
But it gets weird when it's like, like Angel Reece has been balling lately, and so to comment stuff like, this dude on TikTok, we put up the video, and his comment was he posted the picture, the monkey picture, and I had of Angel Reece and looking like a monkey, right? And I had heard about RG3 on Twitter,
yeah,
and he came and he posted the picture, and his thing was, oh, this is wrong and this is that, but he posted the picture on his big platform, like he's a fucking weirdo too.
Shaq say he gonna punch his ass.
Somebody say he's tracking to become the new Jason Whitlock.
He's much worse than Jason Whitlock. I don't even put Jason. That's a whole different thing. Jason is a whole different thing. RG3 he's a class A weirdo, and it's just like, why are grown ass men? Like, you a grown ass man. How do you have so much animosity towards a woman that plays sports? That's weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, Pink doesn't like the sport, it's whatever. Like, you don't like the sport, or you think Caitlin Clark is better. If you're in that camp, you just think Caitlin Clark is better. But that's fucking weird to, like, be hating on somebody because they're a black woman athlete or something. I don't even fucking know. It's so weird. I can't even wrap my head around the fucking.
Well, what is the critique? They made a picture of a monkey and her. Or
yes, yeah. That's the latest.
Like a monkey.
And who generated this?
It was somebody on Twitter generated it, and then it started making the rounds, right?
Okay.
And it became viral. It became viral though when RG3 retweeted it with on his platform. That's when it became viral, but it was out for a while.
But he retweeted it trying to say you shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
That's just bad. Like, like that's just dumb. Yeah.
He's an idiot. He's an idiot. But more so though, like, just all of the grown and go through our comments on TikTok and YouTube and just look at how they're talking. It's like, you're fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
That's all, man.
But we exist at a very weird time.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people that get like triggered about stuff that just really is not important. Yeah. And it's just we're like literally like we're in a super weird time.
But I didn't know. Like I heard Angel, and I've seen Angel talk about it, and I sit back and I was like, it ain't that bad. Everybody, LeBron, all these people, got people talking about him and on social media. That's the era we in. And then just our little video and just whatever the 50 comments that we got, I'm looking like, damn, if she's getting this times 1,000. That's fucking terrible.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's crazy, man.
But you get like, again, like, I mean, unfortunately for her, she like kind of checks the double box of being black, which triggers white people to begin with, and having any degree of success. And then you have her being a woman, which triggers all the dudes that are angry at women, on a constant basis.
100%. But I do think it still stems from the Caitlin Clark thing. I think there's a double thing that happened, and we didn't talk a lot about the other side. We talked about how it propelled Caitlin, and we talked about that for a while. That moment from the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reece thing in college, it propelled Caitlin and made her this, whatever, superhero amongst the whites, and that's how, among white people, and that's how she became this huge star. And then she's balling and stuff too, whatever. But the other side of it is now Angel Reece, she became like a villain in that same community of people.
100%. Because you can't have one without the other.
Yeah, you gotta have a
can't
villain.
have a hero without a villain. And that was that moment. And we've talked about that moment. When they crossed paths in that game, Angel Reece became the black villain and Caitlin Clark became the white hero.
Yeah.
And that formed their careers in that moment in a way beyond basketball. And in promotionally, it's probably good for the WNBA.
Yeah.
And the reality was, like, Bird and Magic had some of the same things.
I was going to ask you that because that's before my time.
Yeah.
But did Magic receive that same kind of
I don't
vitriol?
know, because like the reality is that was pre-social media.
Yeah.
Like, and if you were gonna give somebody the business, not only pre-social media, it was like you had really very few media outlets. Like, it was limited. You didn't have everybody and their brother with a podcast or a YouTube channel. You had like the networks, and you had local news, and kind of that was it. And a little bit of stuff on cable, but cable wasn't really covering sports like that. They were doing movies. So, like, there were so many elements that were not in play in terms of the accessibility of just a random person from their couch to say something, negative or deplorable about Magic Johnson. So I don't think it was the same in that level, but it definitely triggered in that way. White people have an inferiority complex. And if there's a white person who looks like they can do something at a high level, it just triggers whiteness. Larry Bird was white Jesus before Jordan was black Jesus.
Yeah.
And just the notion that he was going to go against the smiling black star of the Lakers, and that was it. That's all that white people needed. I mean, you go back. I mean, like, it was in everything though. Like, you had, I think it was in the heavyweight title or heavyweight fighting, Larry Holmes was the champion, and he fought a white guy named Jerry Cooney, who had like almost no real resume, was just a big goofy guy that knocked some people out. And that got hyped up to a major title fight.
Yeah.
And all it was a major mismatch. but that's what you get. There's that thing. I mean, the movie Rocky.
Boxing might have started it all.
The movie Rocky, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you go, okay, but yeah, and absolutely the
In,
boxing.
in sports, I'm talking about.
You go back to Jack Johnson winning the heavyweight title. Then they got him on the Mann Act, which is the same thing they got Diddy on. And once he lost, no black fighter got a title shot for, like, I believe 12 to 15 years. Not a shot, not one fight where you could potentially win the title. Of a heavyweight title. So same thing. You elect Obama, and then you elect this motherfucker. it is. And again,
it's America.
Couple months ago, I read the 1619 Project, and it's really kind of like the history of race in America, and in all phases. And the consistent pattern is any measure of progress by black people is met with like a reactionary bunch of bullshit. It's just a consistent pattern since 1619. Like, we're 4 centuries deep in this shit, and it hasn't changed, and it's probably not gonna. That's the crazy part. But again, from what we started with back with Angel Reece, when that moment made Caitlin Clark the white hero, it made the black villain too, and she's had to carry that burden. Now I guess the fascinating thing is, she is still in some way profited from that association.
Oh yeah. She's taking advantage now.
But like that, the reality of what she probably hears and receives on a day-to-day basis in terms of the insults, the negativity, I'm sure there's a lot of threats, like somewhat legitimate threats that can't be dismissed, that are now a part of her life, that that kind of came with the the financial boost. It's not a great place to be in, by any means.
No, that's for sure. What you think? Koldmilk?
Oh, I think looking at this, the whole thing, even with LSU first hour, when they went and played and they won, and Angel Reece threw her hand up.
Right.
So the whole shit was LSU really fucked the world up when they beat Iowa, because it was already planned for Caitlin Clark to go to the White House. That shit was already planned. It just They just fucking lost. So it fucked the world. You know what I'm saying? It fucked the world up.
And that's all their plans up.
Yeah, but then they was like, okay. Me, I think it was because Caitlyn and Adrian Reece said they don't have no problem with each other. But the WNBA was like, you know what? Fuck this. We got to capitalize on this. So I think the media and the WNBA clicked up and like, you know what? We're going to make this shit a problem. But it really ain't a problem. You know what I'm saying? You got to think. They benefited off of it. And it's just like, but what messed me up about the whole thing is they don't even play the same fucking position. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they don't.
Yeah, it's not even like it's not like a matchup.
Yeah, they'll never guard each other.
No.
So
that's
that was
a good point.
You know what I'm saying? But even I don't know, the shit weird. But it's always gonna. But anything, it's always gonna be black and white. It don't. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Just like Cooper, what's his name? Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
Come on, they already done made Cooper Flag better than fucking LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do that.
Yeah.
You got to do that. That's just America. You got to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In sports, there's some shit you got to do.
It's almost like they went to a lab and created him. Like Flag as a name. Like, that's crazy. That's a crazy coincidence.
Just everything, too, like coming from Maine.
Yeah.
You know, not any sort of hot spot of basketball.
Yeah.
There's so many elements. Yeah. And again, it has been a discussion for a couple of years, the lack of American-born white players.
Mm-hmm.
You know, any of the higher level guys in the league that are white are pretty much European.
Yeah, overseas.
And so, you know, just to have an American-born, American white player capable of, you know, functioning at the highest level, that's not anything we've had for a long time.
Yeah. 100%.
But I'm gonna show you something. Even when they made it big, like, oh, Bronny playing Cooper Flag, they got Bronny guarding Cooper Flag just for it, like, bro, it's just crazy, like. But I think now it's just entertainment now, man.
Yeah.
It's just entertainment now. It ain't really I don't know. It's weird to me. All of it weird to me, but you know.
That's the theme of the show, man. I gotta call out this weird shit, man. It's getting weird out here, man. No, but that's what's up. And the last thing I was gonna say to this, because I was thinking about it as y'all was talking, I think I see a new trend coming. We talked about that the white girl who was doing remixes to Missy Elliott song.
Oh, the miserable white rapper.
I seen another white girl today on social media. She was trending. She's rapping. She's like real skinny, and she's doing like this country rap thing. But she's rapping, but it sounds a little like the song was called Country something. And like, and she was on one of those hip hop pages on IG. I think that might be the next trend coming. Like white girls that's rapping and trying to get in with the Sexy Reds and stuff like that. Because she sounds and looks like just like a white version of Sexy Red.
Yeah.
And I see that coming. And that's going to like create a divide. Because, you know, the black white thing rapping and, you know, Eminem went through it early on. And I think we're going to go through that phase next.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a short phase. Because, in all seriousness, the talent's not there.
Yeah.
You know, and again, the talent isn't on the women's rap game anyway. It's just, you know, slut rap for the most part that doesn't have much enduring value. And if you're just going to line up some white girls to do the same thing, like, who cares, man?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Because the one thing they're missing is at least Meg is thick as a motherfucker. I don't even like Meg. You know what I'm saying?
Klay Thompson does.
But at least I can watch a video and get some satisfaction out of it. You know what I'm saying? This white girl earlier today, she like 90 pounds, talking about, she had like a bar in there talking about, I'm thinking, Kurt, no, you ain't. You're not.
Yeah. She just ain't went to the doctor yet. Oh, they finna get her.
Oh,
together.
yeah. They gonna get her right. They gonna get her right.
Come on now. You gotta think now, man. You know how back in the day you used to build Chevys. Now listen.
Yeah. For real.
You can turn it into anything you want to now.
I want to get the truth of whether these BBLs actually smell.
Not the one I was with.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good for you.
Let's get into this.
Struck gold, Bubba. You should have bought a lottery ticket that night.
Let's get into this NBA Top 100. Now, we're going to get into the list, but first I wanted to focus on Kobe Bryant. So of course, Bleacher Report, they put out the top 100 list. They did the top 75. So they're known for doing some of these lists.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now this is their updated list from about 2 to 3 years ago or what have you. The last time they did it, and it's causing a lot of friction.
Wait, so this list actually dropped 2 to 3 years ago?
As well, yeah, but with different characters. I mean, different.
Oh no, but the one that does not have Kobe in the top 10 just dropped.
Yes.
Okay. That's
Just
what
dropped
it's-
about 2 days ago.
You say don't have Kobe in it.
It doesn't have Kobe in the top 10.
What the fuck they got him at?
They got him at number 11.
Oh.
They got him at number 11. Now, what I want to do here, what I want to do here is I want to give the top 3 reasons why sports writers, sports commentators may not view Kobe where Kobe fans view him. Because see, I view this as this is my era. I'm an Iverson guy, but all Iverson guys fuck with Kobe. Like, I love Kobe. You know what I mean? We you know what I'm saying? And vice versa. Kobe fans love Iverson. You know what I mean? But because I'm not like a Kobe guy, like Kobe guys view Kobe as 1 or 2 and they don't want to hear nothing else.
I'm a Kobe guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kobe guys.
You're gonna be on the fanatical edge.
Yeah. They don't hear nothing else.
Right.
Right?
There's no perspective to what they're saying.
Exactly. Now, again, I fucks with Kobe. I got Kobe in my top 5. You know what I mean? 5 or 6 or whatever. But I'm just want to give my top 3 reasons why I know why commentators and sports writers may not. Okay, number 1. Okay. The Lakers had one of the most dominant stretches in NBA history with the 3-peat. Okay. Going through a whole playoff round, only losing 1 game. That was to Philly in the championship. Okay. Throughout that entire dominant stretch and era, he was the second best player on that team. Okay. A lot of sports writers and commentators knocked him for that. Now, let me give you an example. Okay. Boston Celtics. Everybody, when their careers are done, everybody is going to view Jason Tatum as the best player from that era, from that stretch of team. But Jaylen Brown gonna be able to say, "Hey, this 1 year, I was Finals MVP, I was playoffs MVP, I was All NBA, like that 1 year,
potentially the 1 year when they only ever won it."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kobe never had that 1 year with Shaq where he was ever threatening to be the best player on the team. Okay, all right. Now that's number 1. Number 2, okay, he's a carbon copy. It's a CC. We've seen it before, and it's not like Jordan has some Dr. J elements to his game. It's not that. Like he like it's almost like he went into a lab and said, "Okay, doctor, I want to walk like Michael Jordan. I want to talk like him. I want to look like him. I want to chew gum like him. I want to my body. I need it to be look the exact same as him. I want you know what I mean? Like it like that's
there's a level to which it's almost a creepiness of how similar they are, and Kobe being the second. That falls on him.
Yeah,
Jordan was original in his time, and you intentionally kind of replicated and targeted him as the guy you wanted to be.
But are you really wrong for that though?
Well, it's funny because my son, he was a soccer player, but when he was a kid, we'd run around and do stuff. He'd always ask me, "Who do I play like? Who do I play like?" And my dad was down. For a week or whatever. Mm-hmm. We're out at the field, and like when Bryson asked that question, my dad just told him, he goes, "Hey, if you are trying to be somebody, you've defined a ceiling of what you can be. What you need to do is extract from as many sources as possible to create something that hasn't existed before. But if your target is to be that guy, Michael Jordan, that's also your ceiling."
Yeah. And what I'll say is, whether it's wrong or right or whatever, and I love Kobe, it's a little fucking weird. It's a little weird, man. It's like, if you take his fade away and his whatever. But I mean, when I say he took everything, you took the way the man chew gum. Right. Like, come on, man. The way the man. That's like, think about this. If you in the hood and you got it's like you got an OG. And you take everything from your OG, the way he you got to drive the same car he drive, the same girls that he talked to, the same, like, you know what I mean? The way he smoked, you got to smoke. The way he roll, you got to roll the exact same way.
But looking at it though, think about it.
Go ahead.
So everybody wanted to be like Jordan.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to be like Jordan.
Be like Mike. That was a campaign that went
thing.
on.
Yeah, that literally.
But so if that's what's everything being taught, and then he just mastered it. Now, was it a hindrance to him? Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's all, you know what I'm saying? That's all he knew. So he took that and won the 3 with Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the thing, like, everybody forget when Shaq left, he won with Paul Gasol.
Yeah. He didn't go without.
Yeah,
that's why he's an all-time great.
Yeah, that's why I think what put him over. Now if Shaq would have left and he ain't win nothing, like, nah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm doing is I'm just telling you why they ding him a little bit.
So that's your,
okay.
I'm at 2, so I'm finna go to number 3.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just telling you why I know why they ding him a little bit. Number 3, okay. And this is a rough one. This is a tough one. All right, so I want y'all to stay with me, because you look at LeBron, right? LeBron had a bad final. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a LeBron guy. If you're a LeBron guy, you have to admit 2011 finals, he didn't play well. Okay? If you're a Magic Johnson guy, you got to know in that finals, when they was calling him Tragic Johnson, he didn't play well in that finals.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant quit. He quit in a Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals. He quit. He didn't retire like Jordan did. He didn't have a bad finals. The motherfucker quit. And I know a lot of Kobe fans is like, it's almost like they throw it away in their memory. But that motherfucker quit in a Game 7. We all saw it, whether you want to acknowledge it or not. That's something, man. That ain't nothing.
No,
That's something.
I really agree with all 3 of your points. I do think that when you look at him and you try to put that legacy in a position, you have to deal with those 3 shortcomings, and you have to, that factors in how you're gonna look at him and how you're gonna rate him. And I think those are 3 excellent points. I agree with each one of them.
And I got a bonus here before I let you go, 'cause I know you got something for my last one. But I got a bonus. And the bonus is because I really don't give a damn about it. But again, I'm telling you why they may knock him. A lot of these sports writers and sports commentators, the guys that have votes, the guys who, a lot of them are older white guys. And the charge,
I knew you were gonna say Colorado.
I mean, that could play a factor. It could play a factor in the MVPs and the All NBAs after that situation happened, and all of that. I'm just saying, if we're gonna deal with the facts of it all, and you know what I'm saying, and it don't mean nothing to me, because that's a young white girl. You married a Spanish chick, that's more black girls for me. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, if you got if the black girls can't get the Kobe, they can't get all these other NBA guys, all of a sudden Bubba's looking better. all of a sudden, me and my little day job looking a lot better. So hey, you do your thing, though. You do your thug dizzle, baby. You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
But that's a little factor. That's a little bonus factor.
The 2 things that I want to address though.
Yeah.
I will always credit Kobe for playing through that.
Yeah.
So many people who have had like some sort of scandal or negative, like Tiger Woods collapsed.
Oh man, it was over.
It was over.
Yeah.
Because he did not. And I said it at the time. That motherfucker should have played the tournament.
He took a break.
Next week.
Yeah. He took a break.
Never take a break.
Yeah.
And I have the deepest respect for Kobe for never taking a break on that.
During
Just
this
play
time,
it
I have to
right
be
through.
with my family.
Yes.
And,
I gotta be on the court being me, and the rest will sort itself out. And then the one thing that, like, with the Jordan mimicry or what have you, the thing that I really liked, and especially it came out later in Kobe's career, Michael was not a talkative guy. He was like a competitive animal. And I feel that, like, Kobe almost, like, in his mimicry explained Jordan. Like Kobe was articulate. Kobe was a talker. He would expand on things, and it was kind of like you have this guy that's been the closest thing anybody's ever gotten, and he explains it. You know, the Mamba mentality. His little rant after the Achilles was a phenomenal.
It was so
like
dope.
it was just so real.
Yeah.
Like who who before that ever gave that to us? Dude pulls up on Facebook after an Achilles tear and just gives you every emotion he's feeling. Like that's an unforgettable aspect of that. You know, his articulation of like what it means to compete and prepare and do that. He never shied away from explanation. And I love that about him and will always respect that.
Now let me get to the 10 players that they got over him, and then we'll transition from that to the rest of the list and what y'all think about that. So, of course, you got Michael at number 1, LeBron at number 2, Kareem at 3, Magic Johnson at 4, Bill Russell at 5, Shaq at 6, Duncan at 7, Bird at 8, Wilt at 9, Steph Curry at 10. I think if you're a Kobe fan, the biggest probably is like, damn, Curry over Kobe. That was the biggest thing that I saw.
Well, as you read it, that was the biggest thing I felt.
Yeah.
I felt that. Like
Yeah.
every other name, I'm like,
Yeah, you can
I
make
get
an
the
argument, I
argument.
guess.
I can
Yeah,
feel it,
yeah,
I can hear
yeah,
it. Yeah, even Wilt at 9's got to feel hard done.
For me, yeah, especially being
You
a
know.
big Wilt guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate seeing Bill over him, for any reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Bill is too high at 5. But the Kobe Steph thing, what do y'all think about that? Because I do believe Kobe is a better basketball player than Steph Curry, but Steph Curry might have had a better career. I think you can make an argument for that and a bigger impact to basketball, even though Kobe with the Mamba mentality really fucking took over. But Steph like engineered this 3-point phenomenon that's like fucking outrageous. It's hitting like Junior Magic.
Just my gut is uncomfortable putting Curry in front of Kobe.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem right. I think you could argue that Kobe was a better two-way player.
Yeah.
You know, and again, both guys. I mean, like again, 5 titles for Kobe, 4 for Curry, but also, you know, they also had some leaner times too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, both in their career. Now I'm not comfortable with that. I would put Kobe in front of Curry all day, every day.
Yeah. You feel the same way? You're a Kobe guy, so.
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe got to go. That whole list right there, y'all would be mad at my list because I got Pippen up there.
I love Pippen
I got
more than
Pippen.
Most people do.
I do too.
Yeah, I got Pippen.
But he ain't touching the top 10.
What do they got Pippen on here? Let me see what they got Pip on here. They got Pip down there, man. Oh, they got Pippen at number 28.
Yeah, see that.
Yeah, you got Pippen at 28. In his range, you got John Stockton at 29, Chris Paul at 30. You know what I mean? Like that. So
dudes with 0 titles. For real.
Yeah. James Harden is right in that group.
God damn.
Yeah. That's a tough. That's a tough.
So they
group to be
but they
around.
don't. But it seems like they don't respect Pippen at all, though.
No.
But
I think Pippen always struggled for respect. Early in his career, he had the migraine headache.
Yeah.
And early in his career, he was arguably soft, but he became battle tested and became a dude through the process of his career. And again, one of my favorite players from that era, and I think he's one of those guys that just, you know, if you have a basketball team, you want him on there. Like when they did the 92 team going to Barcelona, like he was an automatic, even though that was relatively early in the title runs, because they felt like he can guard everybody.
Yeah, he's
like,
in my opinion, he's the best defender in the history of the sport.
Yeah. I mean,
his ability to guard all 5.
Yeah, and that was the thing. It's like when they were putting together that team before, you know, okay, we're gonna have a bunch of big names on this, but if we're gonna win, we need that guy. Like, you know, like he's an absolutely essential piece. So yeah, and again, like the reality of his career, like he always played the complimentary guy. So when you have all these dynamics of like, well, who do we want? You want him because he spent his whole life playing in combination with a great player. There's no issue
Yeah.
with fit.
It's
Like,
not. But the one thing I do give him that a lot of people just don't recognize or bring up, is like when Jordan retired the first time, and it was Pippen's team. You know, he was second in MVP voting.
Yeah.
Like you look conversely, like some of these guys that people love, like they don't have that high of MVP voting. Like, you know what I mean? That when you really think about it, the Kyries and the, whatever. Even like Dwayne Wade, take a guy like Dwayne Wade. He may have had one top 3 finish, but for the most part, he never finished that high, stuff like that. So
I agree with that. But I also have to say, to be fair, he has done himself no favors post career.
Oh yeah, no,
He hasn't. And if you're gonna be, some sort of sports writer, whoever's voting on this,
yeah,
you have to look at the last,
he's a weird,
2 decades basically, and he's just kind of been almost clownish, know. And the thing is, like, you could say like maybe he has some issue with Jordan and maybe with the show and whatever, but he's like, his history is like he's flip-flopped saying favorable and negative things about LeBron and Jordan. Like, he's had no consistency in that area, which is ostensibly where he would be an expert. Yeah. And he's continuously flip-flopped, his view on that.
No, for sure. Now Chris is asking, he said, maybe I missed it, where do y'all rank Kobe? Like I say, I would have him at right around 5 or 6. Sound like you would have him maybe top 3. That would it sound like?
2.
Yeah. You ever thought about it?
I would say top 5, but I really have a hard time.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Jordan number 1 guy, LeBron number 2, but after that, like you literally get, Wilt might have been the greatest athlete to ever play in the NBA, and he put up video game numbers. Bill Russell won more titles than anybody by a crazy margin. Kareem was like a marvel from high school and played roughly 20 years.
Maybe the best basketball player to ever live. Like, just total.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things, and then you got Kobe in there, you got Magic Johnson, you got Larry Bird. That top 9 is insane. Yeah. And like to say, oh, I got him at 5 and instead or 7. I just don't think the margins are there to make a strong argument that a guy has to be 5 and can't be 7.
But you know what? And another thing though, a lot of the things be like, okay, you be putting it like, okay, how did it affect my life? That's a lot of it. Be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I know when that whole,
what do you mean?
Like the whole Kobe era with the Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people that changed their lives. That made them like people that, you know what I'm saying, were ready to give up. That shit made them like push on and shit. So,
yeah, even outside of sports.
Yeah.
So if you're living in that player's era, they're gonna be they may mean more. Like kind of the point you're making with Curry, the way he's influenced how people play. And again, he has, of all those guys, from a physical standpoint, the closest thing to like an everyman body.
Yeah.
And like all those other guys are
physical marvels,
mutants, and to be that, and there's certain relatability and what that means.
Because he got all these kids hope up that's 6 foot, but that shit over with. Now it's big guards again.
It's big guards again.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. I was, because we didn't really touch on it, but when Kevin Durant was on LeBron's podcast, they was talking about like small guards really it's a hindrance. You probably need to bring them off the bench, and for them to even name names, like he was like, so what about Darius Garland? He's like, man, Garland's tough, but it's like, what can he do if you get him switches? Like, he probably got to come off the bench. This is a starting 2 guard, got his all-star. That's crazy. But Garland is like, maybe he's in between 6 foot and 6'2", but he's a small guard.
But everybody big now though.
Yeah,
they coming out of high school, point guard, 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah,
but sometimes that gets oversold, because I remember Magic Johnson's career, and then there was like a whole notion of the big point guard, and like some guys, like Penny Hardaway early in his career, some guys touched that and was good, but other guys just fell into like tweener roles, like Brian Shaw, for example. And I mean, like at the end of the day, if you can play, the game's gonna figure it out, and you'll force yourself into it.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel that, like, you look at a lot of smaller guys, and then depending on what the other team has, like, who can you guard?
Yeah.
How can we play with you without being exposed?
Yeah.
And that becomes a very tenuous thing.
But I'm saying, even like going to college, they like if you small, the college is really like you know what I'm saying? And
100%.
you could be better than this 6'6" point guard. But they like you know what I'm saying? You 6 foot, you can't guard nobody.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's one of those things that you look at when you look at a guy like Iverson, even Chris Paul, stuff like that, where guys that are basically 6 feet tall to be as good as they were.
Yeah.
Like, when you really look at it, is insane.
I think in this era, you just gotta be fucking phenomenal, like Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean? You gotta be that type. You gotta be like and I don't know. I know Jokic is a center; he's a big man, but it's like we don't care as much about his defensive liabilities because of how raw he is on offense. And I think that regardless of size, if you bring in that type of level of production on offense, which is hard to do for a fucking 6 foot guard, but like again, going back to Darius Garland thing, he doesn't. He doesn't bring that level of production on offense. Yeah. So that is a interesting name that they brought up, because maybe Cleveland would be a better team in the playoffs if they brought Garland off the bench and you had a bigger guard.
By the end of the playoffs, by the Indianapolis series, you were looking at how good what's his name Brunson's playing.
Yeah.
And you're still wondering, can you actually win the next two rounds with this as your guy?
Yeah.
Because again, it is like statistically, he's very efficient. He's not like 9 for 28
No.
very often at all.
Yeah.
But the work that he needs to do to create the shots that he gets to take, that leads to a lot of inactivity from the rest of your players. Yeah. And it's really kind of a soloist thing that he's doing at that size and requiring that much, kind of maneuvering to create a shot. It's not, collectively as a 5-man thing, the most efficient way to play basketball.
Yeah. No, 100%. Now, you got Kobe on here saying, please tell me you're going to get, you got Embiid talk on the schedule for tonight. I'll get to him towards the end of the show. I don't want to take up too much time on those jokers, man, for the people who's watching the show. But some other notable things you got here. Number one, take Paul George off the list. We'll get to him later too. They got him at like 70 or something like that. He just needs to be off the list.
Yeah.
And then the guys that are active right now, like it's funny because the list gonna have to continuously update. Like Jokic and Giannis, and those two in particular, like when their careers are over, man. Because realistically, like right now, I got both of them over like Dirk Nowitzki and all of that. But like right now, they got Giannis at 24 and they got Dirk at like 18. You know what I mean?
Dirk or Jokic?
They got Dirk at 18.
Oh, where do they have Jokic at?
They got Jokic at 17.
Okay.
So one over Dirk. But like, so for example, Nikola Jokic is at 17, right? Then they have KG at 16. I think Jokic is better than Kevin Garnett.
Oh, easily. It's not even close.
Jerry West, Oscar Robertson.
Where do they have Olajuwon?
They got Olajuwon at number 12.
Okay.
That's pretty fair. I love Olajuwon, but that's pretty fair.
But no, Jokic.
Unless you take Bill Russell out, because I think you should take him out.
Jokic and Giannis are better than their position in that.
Yeah, they're gonna sky up.
They're both way better than KG.
Like even right now.
Yeah.
But I guess they're waiting till the careers are over with to really do it. But yeah. They got my boy AI.
So what they going it off of?
So their criteria was of course statistics. It was career achievements. It was impact, cultural impact.
So where Iverson at?
36.
Where's
that's
KD?
way too low. KD was like 18. Let me see. KD is 13.
13.
KD is 13. That's pretty nice.
What about Kyrie?
Yeah, Kyrie is another good one. What do they got Kyrie here?
He's tough to evaluate.
He's extremely tough to evaluate. I know he had made he had made the top 75 that one time, right? They got him at 69. He's nasty.
What Luka
They got Luka 57. They got him over Kyrie. That's interesting.
That is funny though.
That's
They got bored when they got.
they got past 40.
They just started like, hey, let's wrap it up, guys.
What about David Robinson?
David, that's another interesting day. They got him at 19.
19. Okay.
Yeah, they got him at 19. So Nikola is better, but they got Giannis under him.
Okay. What about John Havlicek?
John Havlicek, I just saw his name. He's at 31.
Okay.
So he's above Kawhi Leonard, under Chris Paul.
Okay.
John Havlicek steals the ball.
What about Isaiah Thomas?
That's another good name. They got Isaiah here at number 27.
Where they got Reggie at?
Reggie Miller?
Yeah.
70.
Yeah, he's got to be down there, right?
You don't even get to 69.
Yeah, I was gonna say they was ready to take him out. If Hollenberg would have won, they was ready to fucking
replace him.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. Y'all just gonna take Reggie Miller away?
That's what they were talking about. Yeah, I don't even see Reggie's name on here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's number 54.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's high.
54. That's under Gary Payton, above Bill Walton. Yeah, yes, they got Bill on there. That's good. T-Mac 59. That's interesting. Carmelo 60.
Okay. T-Mac should be higher. Anybody that can shoot like that with that fucked up eye.
The Jameis Winston of basketball. but no, that's good stuff, man. Once again, you're still on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. We're available on all, and I do mean all podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Got Koldmilk podcast in the building. All right, now y'all in the now the other podcast that you do with the Short Desk. Okay, you guys are available on all audio streaming platforms, right?
Right.
All right. So
is there any connection to the short bus?
It's just when you get older, you turn into the Short Desk.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what that's for. Now, how did you come up with Koldmilk? What's that?
Koldmilk was just like really like some slang shit that just mean like you was fresh.
Okay.
So now like fuck that. Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna name this shit Koldmilk so everybody can be like, what the fuck that is. So then I had my boy Concrete.
Oh yeah, that's who did ours.
That's who
did our logo. For real?
Who did my logo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Concrete.
So
Picasso. Yeah, you got
Picasso.
me. Yeah.
But yeah.
Shout out to Concrete, man. Yeah, he out here doing work.
Yeah, so when he brung it to life, I was like, fuck it. Then everybody was just really so the whole shit was I had to make something to reinvent myself.
Right.
So when I did that, so it's just like you can go to like other places and shit, cause you know when you change from one, you know what I'm saying, one like the other, you gotta leave all that shit behind you. So
yeah, and start over.
Yeah,
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get. I wanted to real quick here. Let me get to Paul Pierce, man. So Paul Pierce was on a podcast show, and he was talking about he encourages black men to find women overseas and follow French Montana steps. He says U.S. women twerk all day, and if you broke, you ain't getting no love here. Overseas, they value and prioritize their men. They treat you like a king. And you know what's funny, Pink, is about a week or two ago, I started to come in here and talk about that in a different, in a little slightly different context.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because I do feel like a lot of, and I was coming from the context of my friend, a lot of my homeboys, but like a lot of black men they're getting caught up in a maze. It's like, and because once you go over to South America, like any of them places, like it's so fucking different. And you're going to like fall in. I got a homeboy that's going over there like once every couple months. Like he's like any extra dime that he has is going towards them trips, because like once you, it's so different. I had to like just not fucking go, because it fucks with your brain. Because once you get over there, the way they talk to you, the way they treat you is night and fucking day from any woman you're going to experience over here. Yeah. They literally treat you like you're their center of the universe, but they also know when they give you space, how to give you space. They know when it's time. And
are these legitimate women or prostitutes?
yeah, of course they're prostitutes. Okay. But like,
yeah, I was just about to say that's what, like they groom, that's their job. Shit.
And it's like, you understand, like, okay, it's transactional. But then you think of once you start going over there, you start like rationalizing, like, well, really in America it's all transactional, but it's just without all the bullshit.
Who said that?
Yeah. but it's without all the bullshit and with all the love. So you know what I mean? And it's really not that expensive. Like to get over there and to get a woman. It's the same as a fucking date over here.
For sure.
And you're probably not gonna get no coochie after the date over here unless it's the woman you've been dealing with for
well, you got time. But I see what you're saying. But the thing is though, like you're saying, they going over there and the girls, like it's like you renting a movie. They going over there, the girls have a service. Mm-hmm. Shit, it's motherfuckers over here got a service too. Cause half of the ones that's over there, they coming over here now. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to.
It's the classic, the Eddie Murphy thing. It's like if you deal with a girl over there, it is a transactional thing, and it's basically like you said, it's like a movie. Everybody gets to play a role for 2 hours or whatever, 4 if you're got some stamina. But if you actually do the mail order bride thing and bring this person over here, within 6 months, she's a different animal.
Yeah.
It's just the environment.
And I done seen it. But the crazy thing about it, what you talking about? I got a couple homeboys did the same shit. Went to they kept going to Colombia. Mm-hmm. Okay, they kept going. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna bring her over. I was like, okay. You know, when she come over here, she gonna adapt to what the fuck going on over here. For sure. So guess what? You not unless you gonna keep her trapped in the house.
Yeah.
So listen. He brung her over here, you know what I'm saying? She wants to stay in the house. She fucked around and started going places. Figuring out, like, he don't even know where the fuck she at now. But, what you gonna think?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she wanted you because you was from America, you had money. You bring them over here.
It's a lot.
You ain't got the most money over here. So, it's a game if you get...
I just think when you go abroad and you engage with those women, you can't lose perspective of what's happening. Yeah. Because that's what I think fucks people up.
Yeah.
Is that they think that like this is like a real thing, and if I take this person to Orlando or I take them to London or whatever, it's going to be this way. It's not.
But I'm not even talking about them bringing the woman anywhere.
No, well, but I'm saying,
but that's a great point that y'all bringing up.
Yeah, the inevitability of it. It's like, okay, you know, kind of what he's saying is like, okay, well, you kind of don't want to take the American women serious because they're twerking, they're money driven, to whatever this stuff. But you're going to go take somebody in another country seriously. Yeah. But if you bring them to this environment, they're going to adapt to this environment, and you're not getting what you thought you were.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But if you're just a person who's just going to create a lifestyle where like, hey, every month I go for a couple days and I get pampered by the women from other countries, like that's your lifestyle, that's cool.
And then you got to think too, they saying the right shit. They not gonna, you know why? They're not gonna argue with you because you giving them money. Why? Yeah. I'm gonna see this. What a lot of men is crazy. So you could even see it like when the strip clubs used to be. Not now though. If you get tricked in a strip club now, you just. But like back in the day when you used to go to a strip club, and you should be like, damn. Motherfucker be like, oh man, I think she like me. No, motherfucker, she don't like you. She giving you a fantasy. But and I understand when they go over there, all their words is over.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's a vacation.
It's a vacation, and it is a fantasy.
Yeah.
It is a fantasy, and it's easy to get caught up in that fantasy.
But the reason why I brought it up. The funny thing that I think is there's probably a bunch of those women that are doing that have a boyfriend or a husband.
Yeah.
But you're getting the hassle-free version, the good sex version, and there's some dude back at the condo who's just getting shit from her. A bunch of attitude and complaints and fix this and I need that.
Yeah.
I mean, that the reality is like that you, like as a guy, like you, it doesn't serve us well to get stuck in the nonsense.
Yeah.
Like we're not in a good place when the person we're around is like constantly needs you to do something you don't want to do, constantly needs you to pay for something you don't want to buy. And whether you're, you know, going to a foreign country to engage with somebody or you're doing it locally, that's just not your regular person.
Yeah.
Like that's mentally freeing.
Yeah.
You're just getting the good without the bad.
But you know what? I'm sure. And the crazy thing, I'm gonna show you something. So you got to think. Okay, say you over here. Everybody be like side chicks is winning, cause the side chick going. You gotta think she's not gonna do nothing to upset you. She's doing everything right till you be like, oh, you know what? I really like you. Then when she switch roles, now she aggravating us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a game.
It is. Now, Chris saying that he know a couple of military men who married overseas women and turned out well. One of them is from Brazil. That is the other thing that was on the side of my brain, is because I it's tough to say, but I do think that the culture of these overseas women, it's a difference of how they treat men versus how American women.
Well, you know who said this a
men.
couple of months ago was Wemby.
Mm.
Because he said he's
Yeah,
not
he
really
did.
interested in American girls. They all look like NBA YoungBoy, and they don't play a feminine role.
Yeah.
That was his take. And,
Yeah.
You know, and to me, like Pierce is kind of going in that
Yeah.
same space. It's just like, you know, what do you want? You know, as a partner.
Yeah, I think that's what it's like. What do you want?
Yeah.
Like, if you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's like, what do you want? You want somebody to just agree with every fucking thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it come at any relationship, it comes to a point where you like, is she gonna agree with it? It's gonna come to a point where she's not gonna agree. You know what I'm saying? Or you not gonna agree with her. But if you get somebody, like you're in a relationship and she agree to every fucking thing, or she just do everything, at a point she gonna get tired of doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But women, to me, and I might get backlash for this, but a woman do anything and say anything to get you. When she get you, she like, I done got him now. You know what I mean?
I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's the same thing when you first meet somebody that you connect with, like you're not talking about each other's problems. You're talking about having fun,
Right.
You know, having sex, doing something cool together, and then at some point in the development of that relationship, you know, suddenly the conversation changes, and it's like, oh, can you help me with this? Or, you know, I had a big fight with my mom, and now I'm upset. Or,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
somebody said something to me at work, and I'm upset. Like, and I'm sure, like, from their perspective, there's things that we say and do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pissed off for 3 days because my favorite team lost.
Yeah.
Like, but
Right.
you get into that,
Yeah.
and then it's, you know, then it gets uncomfortable. Then you got to figure out, well, is this miserable and I want to get the hell out of it?
Yeah.
Or do I just kind of like, you know, I'm this way, the other person's that way,
Right. But-
and we'll just fucking figure it out.
Let me ask you this too. A lot of relationships too, it's just like in the beginning, it's some shit you really don't like, but you like. You know what I'm saying? You overlooking a lot of shit you don't like.
Yeah.
Till you get to like the 4th year of the shit, you like, you know what? I hate how you fucking sleep. Like, this is how I've been sleeping. You know what I'm saying? That's just
That's true. That's true.
that relationship. To me, honestly, the relationship is like whoever you want to go through the bullshit with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whoever you feel like is worth you go through the bullshit with. That's why a lot of people.
go with that.
Yeah, but a lot of people go. See, it's like if you go on vacation. You know what I'm saying? You go over there. You on vacation.
Yeah.
So your mind is clear. You're not gonna hear no bullshit. My bad. You're not gonna hear no bullshit because she here to please you.
Yeah.
I had a good friend back in the day. He was dating it was an American girl, but like he lived in one state, she lived in another state, and they were getting together, you know, once, twice a month. Somebody would go here or there. But what ended up happening is that relationship, which lasted for a good amount of time, all the time they spent together was like a vacation. I'm in your city, you're in my city, we're going to go do this, we're going to do that. When they ended up in the same city, it got a little dull pretty quick Now you're just sitting around the house because we're not on vacation mode all the time. And then, like, maybe we don't really like each other as much as we thought we did. You know, we're not, you know, in a city hitting cool restaurants because we're trying to squeeze a lifetime into a 3-day weekend. And that's like a thing. Like, that's, you have to be able to kind of like be okay with somebody doing stuff you don't like.
Right.
And somehow find like some greater purpose or good in that, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Or you just, you know, maintain your, you know, your singleness and just smash chicks.
Keep going overseas, having fun.
Okay, have occasional,
That's frowned upon.
Have occasional domestic fun.
That's frowned upon, man.
By who?
By who?
By women.
They're gonna frown upon anything that you do.
Yeah, women don't like nothing you really do anyway.
So if you're gonna let that stop,
you gotta pick and choose.
You might as well put yourself in the basement under a chain.
Man, women, I could be wrong, but I know I'm not wrong. But women, they'll be all right, and then you walk back in the room like, the fuck, you were just cool. It's just like that, man. It's funny though, but a lot of people feel like the grass is greener.
Do you feel judged when you go overseas?
I feel judged everything I do, man.
Oh man,
it's rough, man. But I don't want to leave out Ebony's comment. She says, God forbid people have real life issues, and then she says, Bubba, we don't care about going out of the country to find women. We don't care. We don't care about you going out of the country to find women.
That's a liberated attitude, Ebony. Not your usual brand.
But yeah, I mean, it's rough. You know, the going out of the country thing. I don't think women has fully caught on. I know it's like it's a thing and it's out there, but I don't think they really know like what's actually going on out there.
Who?
Women. I don't think they really know.
What you mean by that?
Okay, so, you know, we try to make people better on the show. I remember my daughter hit me up a couple years ago, and she was like, one of her friends' boyfriend is going to Colombia. Is this a problem? And I'm like, there's only two things in Colombia: cocaine and pussy for sale. So
he ain't going for the pretty beaches.
Yeah, when you hear they going now, you go. Yeah.
I don't think either one of those things is good for her relationship.
You know what I mean? But in my opinion, it ain't that big of a deal.
What, going over there?
Yeah.
No, it's not,
because like these are professionals. They professional women. They're not gonna let you do nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be strapped up. You
don't have to.
Depending on
don't do that. Come on now.
I know.
Yeah, don't do it.
Because a long time ago, I was in.
Everybody has a price.
I was in DR and I don't like head with a condom. Yeah. And this was a 1,000 years ago.
Who does though?
And I had to pay a little extra for it. But the thing is, I mean, you got to pay to play. I don't know if that makes it any better. I don't know. But I don't know, because a lot of guys ain't gonna want to pay the extra, but you do have to. They do make you pay the extra at least. I mean, if that
it's all relative to what you got. Yeah, it's all relative to what you got.
I ain't really even have it. I couldn't get the head without the gun. What am I over here for? You know what I'm saying?
You on vacation?
You know what I'm saying? See, I ain't gonna hit her with no condom, but the head I got.
When you go over there, man, you already got it planned what you gonna do. It's not.
Yeah.
You're not going over there, you ain't finna do nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying just, at the end of the day, I don't know. But it probably be, I don't know. I never known nobody I don't want to get nobody in trouble. I never known nobody go over there and they ain't fuck nobody over there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They be on you so heavy. You can't walk down the street without.
Yeah, I'm saying because they everywhere. They like Jordans. They everywhere. It's like a grocery store.
And they aggressive too.
Yeah, then
they're like pedophiles at the gathering of the Republicans.
And they'll get you and they'll say like some crazy shit like $10. They'll be like, what? You know what I mean? Like, did you say $10? Now you in the whole fucking conversation. It ain't even $10, but you know what I mean?
In the whole conversation, don't even speak their language. Yeah. And you in the whole conversation.
Yeah, they speak money though.
Oh man, come on now.
What's your go-to when you're conversing with somebody who doesn't speak English?
Sucky.
You go with the hand signals? Or you
sucky.
All right.
Well, you know, technology's so good now. You know they got.
Oh
the
yeah,
app.
yeah. You go on your phone,
talk and you
and
speak it.
just yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's what you really do.
Yeah,
for real, for
but you
real.
know, I'm gonna tell you great shit. I got it on my phone, so and like when they be like speaking all that other shit, I put it close and I translate it to them. Like, yeah, because I was at work the other day, fucking Spanish guy. So I showed him, and it played, and he said, "They too fucking slow in here." And I played it back to him. He was like, "Oh no, bueno." I was like, "Yeah, I know what the fuck you saying." So, like,
yeah. Well, I don't know, but I can tell you it is a difference. But I hope my guys don't get stuck in that fantasy, man. It's like being stuck in a different parallel universe or something.
Yeah.
It's always come back to
You gotta
reality.
keep your perspective on this. You can't be lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
that's different.
Let me see here. Where was I gonna go from here? Let me stay with these basketball characters here, man, really quick. It's two more basketball. So did you see that Bradley Beal went over to the Clippers?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this quick because I don't think this was a big enough deal here. But he went over to the Clippers. James Harden was instrumental in getting him over there. What
did he waive?
shoot.
He waived the trade clause, and there was a trade, or how did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He waived the trade clause, and he gave up $14 million in the process, some kind of way. I don't know, on the front end or back end, to facilitate the trade. And then they got him over there. So that is the let me get back here because that is the new starting lineup. You got James Harden, Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard, God damn it, I knew John Collins, and Zubac. And that's a solid five. But you're in the West, that's tough.
I think they just jinx. The Clippers just never gonna win, man. They just never gonna win.
I wanted to see Bill go to Milwaukee. I think that would have been better for him.
Yeah.
They need some guard help, and you're over there with Giannis.
Yeah.
Do Bill even want to play?
No,
Bradley.
Bill wants to play.
Okay.
He's a get the bad guy. We talk about it all the time.
for sure.
He's a get the bad guy, but he wants to play, and he doesn't. You know, last year or two, he's been playing. He's been playing more than injury plagued players. Like, he gets hurt, but he's been on the court, and he's solid when he's there. He just wasn't the player for that Supermax contract he was on.
Yeah.
And you get caught up in that. I compare him to like the Tobias. Like, Tobias was a fine player. Pause. He was like he was solid and okay, and that's what Bill is now. He's solid. Yeah. You know what I mean? And now they got him on a whatever 2-year, $14 million or whatever that is. You know, that's a bargain for Bill now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you know, your value. You know, what are we paying you to get what?
Yeah.
And if you're paying a guy like Beal the maximum money, it's a bad deal. But if you're paying him less than that, there's a point that it's kind of like, yeah, this is good value for the money.
Yeah.
Now the depth hurts because they lost the guy that went to Miami Heat, the one that was Powell. Yeah, the one that was supposed to make the All-Star team. They say LeBron when LeBron didn't say he wasn't going to make the All-Star game, that hurt Powell's chance to make the All-Star team.
I know Powell wanted to fuck LeBron. But that's a couple million.
That's
right?
money. That's money.
Yeah,
That's money. Yeah. That's money.
I know he went in his sunroom. Throw all the fucking LeBron James out there.
But yeah. So we'll see what the Clips do. Like you said, the Clips are cursed. You say, but
yeah, man.
and Harden, I mean, he has his playoff issues. So we'll see. We'll see. And then another year on Kawhi's knees. I don't know. Now,
He has the knees of a veteran truck stop hooker.
now speaking of Milwaukee here, the Bucks GM says he can see Giannis becoming a point guard. He says he believes the Greek freak can truly run the team's offense. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Now, last year when Dame did go down, that's essentially what Giannis was, and
it was terrible.
Nah, he was good at. I think he. You know, it's his first year ever doing it. I think he was solid.
He did it a little bit with Kid as coach.
Okay.
That was part of what they did with Kid.
Yeah,
but they're not winning nothing with him doing that though.
They ain't winning anything with this roster anyway.
Yeah. If you sit there, everybody say, you know what? Let's make Giannis our point guard. Like, everybody had to look like, come on, man.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, depending on what your team is, it's usually not a bad decision to put the ball in the hands of your
Best
best
player.
guy.
Yeah.
You know, again, if you had a fantastic point guard on this team, this is not a discussion that's being had. But because of the condition that this roster's in, we got to just find a way to play basketball and be kind of competitive. And that starts with our best guy being in a position to make decisions.
But is he really a playmaker though?
He could be a playmaker.
He
Yeah.
can absolutely be a playmaker.
Yeah. He could be a playmaker. He's not. Yeah. He's not
at
devoid
a
of that.
solid level. I mean,
Yeah.
is he prime Magic Johnson?
No.
No.
Or
But-
LeBron.
I-
No.
But yeah, he
I
can
guess
play
when I
close.
don't know. I guess when I look at it, he just grabs the ball and just go.
And that's how he kind of plays.
Yeah,
basketball.
that's what I'm saying.
But the other thing about that is that that distorts the defense.
Yeah.
Because you're not having your lead ball pressure guy pressure a guard or be a guard. Now you're trying to ball pressure a 6'11" guy that takes 4 steps to get.
So
to
I
the-
guess you got to have all shooters. If he just have all shooters, just
And he got
sit on
and he has shooters, and this is the thing too. I wanted to, because when we talked about the Miles Turner going over there, and of course Miles Turner is traditionally anywhere between a 36 and 40% 3-point shooter, and that's with Indiana. Like nobody on Indiana requires a double team. Like nobody. Like Tyrese Halliburton is a really good point guard. He can distribute the ball and get it and run the offense. But nobody on that team you have to put 2 to 3 bodies on Giannis when he's coming downstream or whatever on ball screens and stuff like that. Yeah. Miles Turner is going to get more open looks than he's ever had. And then of course Bobby Portis has been great with them. You know what I mean? He gets all his open looks. He hits them. And then they have younger guards now that's going to have to prove themselves. Yeah. But they're 3-and-D guards, and I guess the team knows that. That's why they're going to put Giannis at point guard. They can't. They can't.
I think they don't. I think they just have nothing else to do.
That's the only. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
right.
this.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
No, but
It's the only button they had to push.
Yeah.
That's what again, whatever your team is, you just got to find out how to best operate with those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's that was what I originally said.
Yeah.
If they had a quality point guard,
Yeah, it wouldn't be a discussion.
But do Giannis want to play point guard?
I think Giannis is comfortable.
I'm sure he's fine with whatever. He just want to play
I think
ball.
Giannis ready to go.
He want to win.
I think he ready to
and wanna
leave.
play
though.
ball.
You don't think Giannis ready to leave?
I think if he's ready to leave, he would have left.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think, or he would have been applying major pressure.
I think he.
because every other guy
Yeah.
that wants to leave, we know. Like KD reached the point. We went into this offseason knowing he's gone.
But he like overseas, so I don't think he. I think he just feels like I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm loyal to
loyal to the
yeah, you know what I'm
sword.
saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I'm.
yeah.
I would admit that he probably struggles with issues of loyalty.
Because does his brother still play for him?
Yeah, he's still on the team.
Okay, but long as they keep his now, if they don't sign his brother, he leaving.
Yeah.
He loyal to his brother. Because
Yeah.
the only reason why he on there is because of his brother.
100%.
Yeah.
Especially at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he done built the family there. Yeah, so he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What it's called when you just somewhere you don't want to upset nobody. Like you feel like you loyal to the situation.
Yeah.
You don't really
Nah,
want to.
100%.
I think that's part of this.
No, 100%.
Because there's no way, like, he's not a dumb guy. There's no way he can look at the teams they've had the last couple years and felt that he has a legitimate chance to win.
Right, yeah.
And he definitely can't look at this team here that's going to walk out on the floor and feel like we can win the title.
Yeah.
So he can't avoid that. So his decision to stay and not blatantly push to leave is an acceptance of loyalty or circumstance.
I think it's going to depend on how the first half of the season goes and how the season goes in general. You know what I mean? If it's going haywire, I think he's still time for him to act out at the trade deadline or in the next offseason. So,
or he might want to be that player that want to just play for one team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure that's his focus. And speaking of player movement here, it's been a lot of talk about LeBron to the Mavs.
To the Mavs.
Yeah. So they resurfaced a conversation that him and Kyrie had on the phone. They had video time, FaceTime each other, whatever.
Was somebody bugging the phone?
No.
What's going on?
Kyrie now he has a podcast and he really it's a live stream what he calls it. So he just live streams, and then he FaceTime LeBron on a live stream. It wasn't this whatever, but and he was on there and they was talking about and he asked LeBron to come over to the Mavs, and at that time LeBron. He didn't say yes or no. He just said, I'll think about it. That's what he said. I'll think about it. And so a lot of people now, of course, with the new, with the Lakers, they putting all their focus on Luka. They didn't tell LeBron that they were selling the team. Didn't tell LeBron about any of the offseason moves. And Luka is in all these conversations.
What if you did a LeBron for AD trade?
That'd be interesting. Now, in all of the mock trades, I didn't see that. It's a hodgepodge of Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, a pick, and Max Christie, which I do think is a good trade on both sides. I do. If you're the Lakers, you get another big, another quality starting big, and of course you get Klay and Max, who's a solid young player. I would love if that trade happened.
But do LeBron want to play with AD again?
I think LeBron would love to play with AD and Kyrie. I think he would have a good time.
By LeBron's standards, I thought him and AD got along pretty well.
Yeah. I think they're real cool.
I didn't feel there was a lot of...
I think that's a good trade for both sides.
I'm just ready for LeBron just to go ahead and just... You done did everything you can do, man.
It is funny. I mean, there's a building sentiment that we're just done.
Yeah.
Like, we're just done.
Well, that's
you did it, man.
That's the other thing I was going to talk about. Because you got that Rich Paul says that when LeBron retires, the media will have to find a new boogeyman to hate on just to chase likes and boost.
Okay. Well, let's find a new boogeyman.
Let's go to the boogeyman. The boogeyman grab bag and see what we pull up.
You ready for him to slide, huh? It's time. It's just time.
I haven't enjoyed watching him play in a couple of years, to be perfectly honest. And he becomes like this dominating story no matter what. And it's like he's really. I mean, the reality is when your performance drops to a certain level, you're not a part of the main happening of the league. Yeah. But the media and just people are just so conditioned to discuss him that we keep talking about a guy that's on a mid-level playoff team as though he's one of the movers and shakers of the league. Yeah. And in pure on-court performance, his level has dropped below that.
Yeah, I just read him. He done did everything, man. I don't know, man. Him and I hate to switch to something else, but him and fucking John Cena just need to just leave.
John Cena?
Yeah, he
the wrestler?
Is John Cena still holding on?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
He got the belt and all right now. This shit's crazy, man.
John Cena just had a movie on Amazon.
Yeah. I know the movies. Yeah.
But they done gave the man the belt and all. He got I don't know, man. But that's what LeBron remind me of right now. Just, come on, man. Let somebody else do it. Let somebody else do it, man.
It's so conflicting, man, because I'm such a LeBron guy, man. I'm a LeBron guy probably more than anything else outside of Iverson. But it's like, I just wish he wouldn't have picked up the fucking option, man. The $54 million, because it just conflicts everything that they've been saying. It just doesn't make any sense. Like if you're going to stick around, I don't mind him sticking around. I still enjoy watching LeBron play. I still enjoy the storylines. I still enjoy him being the 40-year-old guy that's still a top 10, top 15 player in the league. Like, I think that means something. I think that's good. But it's like, fucking give yourself a chance. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know.
When is it over, though? But see, you said a key word, the storyline. That's what... Sports ain't nothing no more. Sports is like the fucking stories now. It's a storyline.
It's the storylines.
You know, man. It's a storyline.
Yeah, that's what everybody want. Yeah, looking for.
But what is it? Well, let me ask you, as you a LeBron fan, what else is he? What is he trying to do? Because he's not trying to win. No championship.
That's what I'm saying. That's conflicting.
So, yeah, so we just confused now. What is he trying to do?
I'm confused.
Yeah, he can still sell his shoes. He can.
Confused.
What are he doing?
I'm confused. Maybe if you're talking about, I don't think this is at the front of his mind now. But, like, it wouldn't surprise me if he wants to push the scoring record so far out to where he's, like, cemented. It wouldn't surprise me if he wants to be the oldest player to ever play. I mean, he got, like,
is he
a
waiting
year
on his
or two.
other son to come?
maybe he's waiting on his other son to play in the league. He's played with 2 sons.
And then he gonna wait for his daughter to go. Like, bro,
I saw her taking some shots.
yeah, I seen her dribbling and stuff. It's just like,
I'm like, how funny would it be if Bronny and the other brother are like they're not very good at all, and then like the daughter becomes like the LeBron of the WNBA. Like she's like the real deal. That's funny.
let me ask you this though. But you think LeBron like, what am I gonna do after this? So he just, because a lot of athletes they just hang around but it's just like you got a lot of shit to do.
It's funny because when he first got to LA, he had the production company and he pushed out a couple, and then I don't want to say the last thing because I might be not to be technically right, but one of the last projects was the remake of
Space Jam.
Yeah, and that didn't go over too well.
I think that's when it stopped.
And I think that's when it stopped.
It had to stop there, man, because that
it didn't go over well. And I don't know if he's like, I don't think I can go back to, but I don't know.
Well, I think he's conflicted, and I think that the moves he's making are evidence of that. Like, has to be a part of him that would love to be in the title contention one more time.
Yeah.
But by the same token, then you take the full 50+ million and you kind of limit the team's options. So that's not great. You've also, with the Luka trade, put yourself in a position where you're, for the first time in your life and career, probably the number 2 guy in a franchise and not the number 1 guy. And like you said, you at one point he was kind of going with the movie projects. And even like the Bronny and playing with his sons, like that was like that before it happened, it was kind of like a cool romantic notion. The reality of it hasn't been smooth.
No.
I mean, go to like prior to the Hart thing with Bronny, and I don't want to pin that all, but there was it was in his mind for sure that Bronny plays great at USC, transitions in as a first-round level player, and has a decent NBA career and plays alongside his dad. He had a bad year at USC. He went into the draft like nobody was really comfortable with it. He goes to the Lakers, but in the second-round capacity, it just hasn't played out well. And I'm sure if you go back 3 years, in his mind, he thought this would be so much different.
I thought the shop was going to be bigger too.
The shot?
The shop.
Chop, yeah.
That's his initial podcast.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be bigger.
But then he just stopped doing it.
Nah, it's still going. It never stopped.
Yeah.
And it just never gained traction. And the Mind the Game is doing fine. It's doing well. You got the JJ Redick.
But he does have a problem with sincerity.
What you mean?
LeBron, when he talks, even if it's Mind the Game, if it's on the shop, he does not feel authentic. And I think that he's not going to do well in things that are set up for him to be himself.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's a really authentic guy.
Yeah. Because he always been a basketball player. So it's just like,
well, not just basketball. Like he kind of like, he just talks too loosely.
Yeah.
And he says stuff that sets himself up to kind of contradict himself at some point. And he talks carelessly.
Yeah. Even going back to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Miami championship.
And that hurts you.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna have something like Mind the Game, where it's this is your inner thoughts, this is your, you're letting us behind the curtain of your thinking. It's gotta really resonate in a genuine and authentic way. And like again, I've gotten a lot out of those podcasts, but I just don't think he really comes off all that well.
One of the weirdest beefs. One of the weirdest beefs is right here among us now, and it's Drake LeBron. And 2 of my guys, because I fuck with Drake heavy, and for the record, I fuck with Kendrick too. I'm one of the rare 1.5 people on this earth that fucks with both artists. You gotta kind of choose one, but like you got they were like friends before the beef. And the thing about it is, and I just, because it's funny when hearing you talk, is because the authenticity about being authentic about it is when you tell someone that you're their friend and you're my homie and you hang out and you do this and you do that, And then, yeah, it is fucked up if somebody gets into it with a personal beef with somebody, and then now you're going to their concerts, you fucking jamming to their like that is fucked up.
Yeah.
And LeBron doesn't see that or see why that is.
Yeah.
Now on Drake's side, it's fucking weird that you gotta Drake is my guy, but it's weird that you got a fucking tattoo of another man. That's the weird shit I was talking about at the beginning of the show. That is weird. It's weird that you got a tattoo of another man. And now you got to
They
cover
felt
it
that
up.
close.
Huh?
They felt that
But
close.
they was that close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it is weird for LeBron to do that and to seemingly switch sides.
But I guess LeBron, like, bro, I'm not finna stop being friends with Kendrick. I'm not. Basically, he like, man, I'm not in the middle of that shit.
That's what he's saying. But he wasn't friends with Kendrick.
But like he's not in the middle. But like he put himself kind of in the middle. Like he was too supportive, dancing around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If he just kind of consciously said,
Yeah.
Drake's my guy, I'm not trying to be part of this beef, I'm definitely not going to be caught listening to Not Like Us and, dancing or anything like that.
And how he doing it? He doing it like he almost like fucking forgot they was going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody brought to his attention like, bro, you know you can't do that. And he's like, oh, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Drake not gonna be. See, he like Drake not gonna be my friend. Fuck it. He not finna stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like he not finna stop none of my deals or no shit.
Nah, yeah.
You know. So.
Nah, that's true.
No, I think he's got like a post-basketball career problem with that. Because he's a front and center guy. He's everywhere.
Now, I do know he wants to get into ownership, but that's going to take a while. It's not like you're going to retire and then fucking own a team the very next year. It don't work like that.
I think it'll be expedited.
Oh, yeah?
I'm not saying the next year.
Yeah,
but if
sooner than I'm
he
thinking.
expresses an interest, that will be expedited.
Because I know that's what he wants to do.
Therefore,
That.
Jordan was not a good owner, but you lost him.
Yeah.
And so to have somebody that's, essentially grassroots from player to owner, that has currency in the league.
That's a good story.
Yeah.
Good story. And they'll make him the fucking they'll make him the Las Vegas LeBron. Some crazy shit like that, man.
And again,
because it's Vegas.
And again, for a league that's predominantly black and perceived as probably the most progressive of the American professional sports leagues, the lack of black ownership is still notable.
Yeah.
So that needs to be
you'd be
addressed and
expedited.
rectified.
He'll get pushed to the front of the line.
For sure.
Is what you're saying.
For sure.
I think that's the only way you're gonna get him to stop playing basketball. They're gonna say, "Hey, what it is? Silver gonna call him. Like,
Yeah.
We're gonna give you a team, man. Just hang it up, please.
You can keep your two kids on two-way contracts. If you want your wife to play a game, we'll let it happen. We'll turn the other cheek.
Let me get to a quick. I want to transition to football really quick here, but really quick, want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors here, Royal13thebrand.com. Again, that is Royal13thebrand.com. Use promo code Bubba Pink and be fresh here in the summer. All right.
Ebony encouraging you to go overseas and ball out.
Yeah, Ebony going crazy, man. That's a good shout out to Eb, man.
Is that ball out or balls out?
Probably both.
Please clarify, Ebony.
I'm gonna go NFL then college here. All right, so you got Tyreek here. So Randy Moss, he's been talking quite a bit lately, but he is an analyst too, though.
Bounce back from cancer.
Yeah.
I'll talk too.
Shout out to Randy. I fuck with Moss heavy, man. Top, one of the top receivers that ever play. He says Tyreek Hill is a top 5 active receiver, but nowhere near on the all-time list. Okay, what you guys think about that?
Last year he laid an egg.
Yeah.
Maybe circumstances beyond his control with Tua being hurt and that team being so bad. So based on performance of the last 12 months, no, he's not a top 5 guy. But the interesting thing, like the year before, I don't disagree. Yeah. His early time with the Dolphins, I don't disagree. But then to say he's not an all-time guy, and it feels like we have a lot of dudes at that receiver spot in the league right now. So he's kind of shitting on those other guys.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too.
Are we saying, Jamar Chase? Are we saying Justin Jefferson? Are we saying Stephon Diggs? Some of these guys are not all-time guys. I mean, Justin Jefferson's tracking that way from a statistical perspective. You know, so that it's kind of a, you know, I don't know. It's a little bit of a funky argument.
I didn't take it that way. I just took it as because again he says he's top 5 right now, but he's not amongst he's not in the conversation for being like in the top receivers of all time. Like that's how I took it. So he's not in the conversation of me, Randy Moss, and Jerry Rice,
and Terrell Owens, and
that's how I took it.
Yeah, which I get that you can take it that way. I'm not disputing that, but I do like if you're saying he's like, I don't know, just the next level implication. If you're saying he's a top 5 guy right now and he's nowhere near that conversation, you're kind of saying nobody in this generation right now is tracking
is near that conversation.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what I was looking at.
That's how I see
it. And that's a tougher thing to say.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree, you know, what he's saying about Tyreek, although like to say it right now, coming off of last season, another 4 kids, and we don't know what's happening this year yet. Like, that is a little bit of a tough right now.
Yeah. It's for me though. It's always tough to like when you're talking about ranking NBA players. That's one thing. Ranking receivers, that has to be the toughest thing to rank.
Yeah.
Probably in sports, because you got to factor in, like you have to factor in quarterback and offense and all of that, and it's like, okay, if this guy had this person, but you know what I mean.
And that's when it get tricky.
That's when it get tricky.
And generally like the longevity of it.
Yeah, and that.
You know, and you know, and yeah, I mean that's like
Rice. Jerry played a long ass time.
Rice was like Tom Brady.
Like,
he played into his 40s
and played well and won.
And and you got that thing where like they're like his post 30 stats, if you just included them to like 42,
still a Hall of Famer.
They're Hall of Fame stats. Like that's crazy.
But he had 2 of the all-time great quarterbacks of like forever.
Yeah,
he never had a Tua.
Yeah,
you know, for the most part. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
You know, but Moss, I mean, his peak was incredible. It felt unprecedented when you watched it. But, like, you know, he kind of faded roughly, you know, bounced around a couple teams, shadow of his former self. Terrell Owens is one of those guys, too. But he seemed to just drop the numbers at multiple teams. Yeah. He almost made it feel like the quarterback didn't matter. Yeah. He was just going to go do what he's going to do.
Yeah, when he played in his fucking leg was fucking broke.
Who's that?
Philly.
Yeah.
Owens.
Yeah. T.O. is rough too because he a few years he led the league in drops.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to factor that in. But by all accounts and by his peers, we talked about this last week. How like the way peers, wide receivers, all time great wide receivers talk about T.O., they talk about him differently than the others. Like he's like one of those guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
For me, the big 4 is Rice, Moss, T.O., and Megatron.
Okay.
Because Megatron's another guy.
You got a comment in here. Megatron is the best receiver.
He did not ever get like the wins, like the team success, but like he was ridiculous.
He's freak of nature.
Yeah. Like I mean, you know,
freak of nature.
Moss was, but it was like Megatron was like probably 35 pounds heavier, and you know, damn near ran as fast.
You know, jumping
and that and that stuff. I mean. You know, he would catch balls with 3-4 guys surrounding him, and there's a couple of those plays, those videos where like they literally have 2 or 3 guys like standing in front of him at the beginning of a play. Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
Yeah,
you know.
Then he says Megatron is the best receiver. Then he says you have to judge peak separate from longevity. That's a good comment.
Well, it is because, but the other guy that is gets in that to me is Antonio Brown. Like Steelers Antonio
now his peak,
Brown
he was different.
Ridiculous.
He was different.
Yeah,
he was different.
You know,
a freak of nature, but different. Like it just, he's The
plays like I mean, there's a couple of plays like it'd just be like, you know, it'd be stupid like 3rd and 17 in a meaningful game, and this guy like toe taps, you know, at 18 yards. Yeah. You know. Catching a ball with no spin or bobble whatsoever.
His footwork and route running and the ability to track the ball was insane.
And my favorite Antonio Brown play was a late regular season game. A playoff seeding was at stake. They were playing the Browns or the Bengals, and they're down short and goal, time running down, and he runs just a slant, and he's hit 2 yards before the goal line by multiple people. and he somehow like reaches, extends the ball, twists
Oh,
his
yeah.
body,
Oh yeah.
and breaks the plane,
Yeah.
and you're just like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Like to have all the wherewithal to get all that done while being hit under that, I'll never forget that play.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
That's what's up. Now, shout out to you got Scotty here. Scotty, you gotta calm down, man. Scotty is saying SGA is better than Kobe. Let's give him a little while.
Pippen?
SGA is better than SGA.
No, but Scottie Pippen is.
No.
I'm like,
This is a comment. His name is Scotty Snatches Souls.
oh.
But he's saying SGA is better than Kobe. Let's let's calm down a little bit, man. It's a little too. Let's give him a few years. I'm not incredibly mad. If you're an OKC fan,
Somebody
SGA
went,
guy.
Legends of it.
Yeah, he's agreeing with him.
Yeah, jumped quickly to his defense.
Yeah. Shout out to the new commenters, man. We appreciate you guys.
Yes, for sure.
And yeah, and Larry Fitzgerald is too. Larry Fitzgerald has that. Also, he has that longevity as well, though,
yeah.
man. And Larry is one of those guys who he doesn't drop balls. I mean, like he's,
doesn't he
he's
have
crazy.
more tackles than drops?
Yeah, he's one of those.
that's one
His
of the-
hands are
oh, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah, for sure. I want to switch to college here now. Now, Koldmilk. Now, you wasn't born here, but you know in Florida, you got to choose one of the big three. That's kind of when you're growing up. If you know what I mean, Miami Hurricanes, Florida Gators, Florida State.
I was born in Tallahassee.
Oh, okay. Then
Yeah.
y'all move.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're a Florida State guy?
Yeah, it can't be nothing else.
Can't be nothing.
Even if I wanted to be, I can't be nothing else.
I'm gonna let y'all guys give us an update on Florida State because Pink here went to Florida State, graduated from Florida State. I'm a Florida Gators fan. I grew up a Florida Gators fan. Now, right now, we in the SEC media days, so you got all of these teams and guys coming up interviewing and talking. So I've been watching that, and we like to give updates on the teams and how we feeling about them. Now, as far as the Gators, and I watched the SEC media days today. They have DJ Lagway up there. He's coming off that injury and all of that stuff. I'm still now, as far as what I'm feeling like right now from the Florida Gators, I feel like we got a chance. I feel like this is the year that we need to get in playoff talk. Next year we need to be in championship talk and then go from there. I'm still shocked at how good Billy Napier can fucking recruit. I don't understand how, because I feel like the biggest weakness to our team is offensive play calling and defensive play calling. And I don't know how, where he's able to recruit. Number one, DJ Lagway was the number one quarterback in his class. And then he has the 2027 number one quarterback in the nation. I don't know how the fuck. How do you look at this offense and say, hey, yeah, I want to come here?
How do you look at Billy Napier? I mean, he looks like Billy Bob Thornton in Slave.
I don't know what he's telling these kids, man, but he's pulling together great recruiting classes. And this year's Florida Gators
He
team.
might be on his knees more than you think.
This year's Florida Gators team is going to be very exciting, man. I feel like, not even feel, like by all accounts, and when you're reading all of these articles, you got a top 3 offensive line, okay? And you have weapons. Now, we lost 2 receivers to the draft, but then you bring in a 5-star receiver. You bring in a top transfer. So Lagway has weapons to throw to. He's going to have some time. I love our running backs. You know what I mean? The defense, the secondary is the weakest point of the defense. But, they're going to have to figure that out. But they have to get in playoff contention this year. Like, this is the year.
I think if they don't make the playoff, or they're like screwed in the playoff, where the majority of people feel like they needed to be in, and
that's what I'm saying. That you need to be like that right there.
But you can't just be mildly close. You got to be in or fucked.
Well, yeah.
Like, or he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you've built this roster, you've got this thing. It's showtime. You got to prove that you can coach.
Yeah.
You got to prove that you can, have these guys ready to go, and start smacking people around. You know, I think the you just don't have a lot of margin for people to tolerate you just kind of dropping a couple games you shouldn't drop or not really playing particularly well.
Now, another Lagway injury, could that give him a year? Napier, I'm talking about.
If it's like a significant, like
that's what I'm saying.
He he
Misses the second half of the season,
right,
shit like that.
If he misses like 2 games for various maladies, I don't think that's good enough.
Yeah.
But if he misses like 5 games with a season-ending injury of some sort, then
Make him buy a year.
Then it could buy a year. But you can't be in the tank. You
Yeah.
still got to be like good.
Competitive.
You can't be like, we're 7-1 and then we're 7-6. Like, you still got to find a couple in that, maybe that 5 games that he can't play if that's the way things play out.
Yeah.
I don't I don't think he's particularly likable. Like
Which one?
Billy Napier.
Oh yeah.
Well, I just don't.
I
get
think
that
I
feeling.
think the
Like,
players do.
the players do, but not the Gator Nation.
No,
so
we
to
no
speak.
no. We're iffy on him. We
That's
iffy
what I'm
on
saying.
him
That's
because
what-
he's bringing the talent. He's bringing the talent, and they do play well. But when football is such a nuanced sport, so when the average fan can see your fuck ups as a coach, like that's obvious.
Yeah.
Like it's a problem if we can see that your play calling is not up to par. That's crazy.
And I obviously you and I talk a lot, but I work with there's like 3 or 4 Gators in our office, and nobody it like loves Napier.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if things don't go right, he doesn't have a lot of like goodwill in the bank.
Oh no, yeah, we're bringing out the pitchforks.
Yeah.
We're bringing out the pitchforks for sure. Now, from the Florida State side of you, okay, you coming off of a disappointing season. How like what is the vibe around Florida State football right now?
There's some optimism that it can't be as bad as it was. There's an expectation, I think, whether well-founded or not, that you got to be at least a 7 or 8 win team, or they're going to tear it apart.
Tear it apart meaning like fire
Everybody.
Yeah.
Fire everybody. Maybe shoot the plane down on the way. Little surface to air missile, baby. I think that's where we're at. Norvell's like from getting the job in COVID and struggling early to building what he built, the 10-3 team, the 13-1 team. He had accumulated goodwill, and he's a guy, like a high energy guy. He talks real well, and I think that's the only reason he's still here. Mm-hmm. It's the only reason after 2-10, and as bad as that 2-10 was, that's the only reason, because he did have some personal currency, but that's exhausted getting through this year. And so if he doesn't get us 7 or 8 wins, there's no measurable progress. He's got to go. That's where we're at
this year. Like this is okay.
I'll say that. I mean, if he's 2-6 this year at some point, he's done.
Won't even finish the season.
Won't finish the season. No.
Have you guys found a quarterback?
We got Tommy Castellanos from Boston College. He's going to be the starter.
From Boston College.
He's a dual threat guy, undersized guy, can really run around a lot and can throw. He killed us twice, really. Okay. Even our good team, the 13-0 team, he brought them in a comeback that made that game one of the closer games we had in the schedule.
Oh, so that makes him at least a junior. On the field.
He's a one and
sophomore, junior.
No.
Yeah, so he's going to be a 1 year.
He started his career at UCF.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Okay.
And then went to Boston College. Had a falling out with Bill O'Brien, who's a dick. And then basically went back to Malzahn, who is our OC now, who recruited him at UCF. So he's a mobile quarterback. He fits like a Gus Malzahn quarterback profile. And for FSU fans, he'll be much more like a Jordan Travis than the tomato cans we lined up last year.
Now, Koldmilk. Now, Pink believes when you guys, and this is y'all words, not the rest of the world's, but when you guys got screwed out of the playoffs, that kind of like messed everything up, and everything went to shit from there. What the hell from there? Yeah. Is that how you feel? Is that was that important of a time for Florida State football?
You don't think that we were screwed?
I mean,
like, come on, man. If you don't think we were screwed, that's crazy. Like,
that's just not acceptable.
Yeah,
to say.
that's just. It's no way you sat there and you felt like.
That's like thinking Trump's not a racist.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Nah, I feel you.
But that'll mess up any program, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We don't lose. Our quarterback get hurt and you just throw the whole season. But you know what? Don't worry about nothing y'all did. We just gonna cancel y'all season.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's
nah,
crazy.
it is crazy.
But you know what that show? Like, it don't even matter what you do in football no more. They gonna put who the fuck they want to put in there. Think about it.
Yeah. Now the field do expand this year, right?
Does it again?
Hold on. What was it last year?
12.
Okay. I'm tripping. So it's 12. It's 12. It's 12. Okay. Last year was the first year. It was 12.
12.
Yeah. So we could, 12. Because that's now. Because of course, if it was 12 when y'all had y'all issue, y'all would have been in. You know what I mean?
No, they probably would have found a way to keep us out. That was crazy.
It was.
That was just that didn't make no sense, man.
Yeah. That was tough.
No, I'm telling you, like going through it when it happened, you knew like immediately how devastating it was.
Yeah.
It was just a total setback because you built to that moment. You did everything that's asked. You win 2 important games without Travis.
Yeah.
And like the way those teams fought in those games, even that Louisville game when we couldn't fucking move the ball to save our lives, and you still find a way to win, and then you're just told, hey man, this ain't enough.
Yeah.
There's these 2 1-loss teams that we're gonna put in front of you.
And it was like you was told, hey, listen, y'all didn't do nothing wrong, but we don't. Your quarterback hurt, and we don't want to see y'all in the playoffs. Like, damn, you ain't gonna give us a chance to.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather let us be. If they beat the shit out of us, so what? But
we deserve the
but
right
the team,
to take that ass whooping.
Yeah.
Everybody, man, come on, practice, sweating, like that's. You gotta think that'll fuck with you mentally.
And it did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on the flip side, you just said like, yeah, if Lagway misses, you can't go fucking 2 and you can't go 0 for the rest of the season. You got to be competitive. Right. You guys won. You continue to win. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
like it's not like
that's what it's about. You know, it was the definition of injustice, and it parallels what happens when you don't have any sense of justice in the actual justice system. Like nothing you do matters, so why the fuck does anything matter?
Yeah.
If I'm not gonna get any level of justice, like this is all a fucking joke
to begin with.
Yeah. I mean that's what that was. That's what was felt.
What an important injury though, because that fucked Travis' career too.
Yeah.
I mean, because he was on a trajectory.
Again, I'm an FSU guy, but I was always suspect of his prospects as a pro quarterback.
Oh, for real? Oh, okay.
I never was sold on that.
So you think he was one of those guys that was going to be a great college quarterback, and maybe not transition that well to the NFL?
Yeah, because
he was balling at Florida State, man.
It was very complicated if you really look at his time there. He made a lot of amazing plays with his feet, like ridiculous plays. You're not going to make many of those in the NFL. And he was not a guy, when you watched games, like consistently delivered the ball where it needed to be. And that's what you got to do in the NFL. So he was a game player, like, a game
big play
guy.
Big play guy.
But he lacked the consistency to be, to me, a starting NFL quarterback. And again, the other thing you got to consider too, which is I think underrated, he was obviously had a major injury, but like he was also fragile. Like he was a guy that was
dinged up,
always dinged up.
Yeah. And
then when he was dinged up, he wouldn't run as much, and then we were kind of stagnant offensively. The whole thing that made him special was the running, because you couldn't, like, there was just, he put you in that position. It's like all that read option stuff, knowing that he could take the ball and go, set up, the other runners. But when you're playing him and you get into the second quarter and it's like, he ain't taking one of these yet. He might not take one all game. Yeah. We can change how we're playing. And he would do that. But like, again, when he played healthy and fearless, he was a problem at the college level. But when he played dinged up or reluctant to run, whether it's protecting himself or maybe the sideline's telling him, we don't want you to take every chance. When he played in a box, he wasn't very good.
I'm going to say this, man. I'm sitting here on the couch talking about fucking sports, but I say this all the time. I don't think it's that fucking hard to evaluate players as they make it out, as they make it seem to be. It's like because fans of a team, like they know so much about these players. Like I said it from day one when they drafted Anthony Richardson. I'm a enormous Florida Gators fan. I probably talk better about the guys than they actually are, but I said these guys are fucking crazy. I said it. You remember I said it on the podcast. I said these guys are fucking ludicrous is drafting this guy in the first round.
But the funny thing is like when Anthony Richardson, when he first started playing, you were like on him like the second coming of the greatest quarterback we've ever seen.
Yeah, college.
And then like as he played more, then you kind of like balanced that out a bit.
Yeah.
And by the time it was draft evaluation time, you were singing a completely different song.
Yeah. Now remember that's because they wasn't playing him when he was a freshman. Florida got this thing about
they always kind of fuck around with the quarterback.
they just do now, and he was better than the guy before, and that's why you know what I mean. We have to try to get him on the field, but once he got on the field, I was like, oh yeah. All right, now that's good. There, what I want to end the show on, because we got a request, okay, and I want to make sure because I'm a huge 76ers fan as well, and we had our first media day, I guess if you will. So you got some of the players out talking. And Joel Embiid came out and talked. Now, right before I get to Embiid, because that was the request from Fish, is Paul George gets hurt in a workout 2 days ago. Okay, and now he needs knee surgery, and he's getting knee surgery.
Wait, it's an ACL or?
It's the
Damn.
He just said he's getting orthoscopic, whatever the fucking term
probably a
is.
meniscus.
Surgery.
Okay.
From a
comment
workout.
right there made me have to piss, man.
It's just so fucking frustrated, dog. It's so I at this point just fucking retire. Give us something. You got it. You got the bag. You got the fucking $55 million per year from us. You won. You robbed us bareface. Okay, now give us a break. Give us something. Retire. It's over. Okay, you come over here. You have your worst season you ever had as a pro. I told you, Pink, guys come to Philly and all of a sudden they just forget how to fucking play basketball. It's the weirdest thing in the history of fucking sports. And now he gets injured again. Paul George is done. Let's just be honest. He's done.
Embiid is done, too.
Embiid is done, too. You transition to Embiid. Embiid is up there. He's talking. They ask him, when he's going to, when can he return? He doesn't know. He just knows it's going well. The recovery is going well, but he don't know if he can make it through training camp. He's not going to rush back. He felt like he rushed back last year. You rushed back last year because you wanted to be on the fucking Olympics team so bad. You wanted to play for fucking USA so bad, but not your real fucking country. You know what I mean? You just had to play for fucking USA to get you a gold medal. When everybody knew you was hurt in the playoffs. And then a week later, you're going to go and play in the fucking for Team USA? Yeah, you rushed back, not the team rushed you back. And he's talking about, the team, I don't know how they feel about me now. I feel about me now taking my time when last year they wanted me to rush back. Bitch, you rush your fucking self back, okay? And then I thought it was interesting. He's talking about James Harden. He hasn't heard from James Harden since James Harden left. And I don't know the context because I only read an article. Yeah. It'd be interesting to know if he just brought that up out of the blue or if they asked him, hey, when was the last time you talked to James Harden? I don't know if that's a question that people actually ask. It sounds like something he would just offer up because it's been on his mind. And, and he's saying, he led the league in assists. I led the league in points. I don't know what he feels like I had something to do with him leaving. Yeah. And I think if you're Embiid, and again, a huge 76ers guy, I'm a huge Embiid guy. You know what I mean? I still think he's better than Jokic to this day. I just don't have a leg to stand on. Go ahead. Do your thing, man. I just don't. I think Embiid needs to look in the mirror and say, okay, yeah, it could be that James Harden thinks that I had something to do with him leaving. Or Embiid, nobody fucking stays. Jimmy Butler, you know what I'm saying? You know, the list goes on and on. What if that has something to do with you because you're not doing what you need to do as the best player on the team?
Yeah.
Do you look at it that way?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Although the Harden thing's a little funny because when it went down, it was kind of this thing with Harden and Morey.
Yeah.
That James thought there was an understanding that he was going to get a deal, and he wasn't getting that deal, so he's eager to move on. It really, on its face, didn't suggest Embiid being an issue, but maybe it's guilty conscience for him to bring that up now.
Yeah.
That, you know.
Yeah. We nobody really knows what happened unless James Harden says it. But I mean, it's interesting because he says, "Yeah, I thought me and Harden was cool," but he hasn't heard from him or talked to him since the day he left. And maybe Harden is like, just fuck Philly and everybody in Philly because they wouldn't give him my money.
And that is funny. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like what is that like? You know, but I don't know. Like, you know, you feel like some guys have some somewhat authentic friendships or relationships.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and again, it's something. Even if like you. Well, the other problem is hard because Embiid probably didn't play either game against the Clippers. So it's
maybe that.
I mean, like, again, if
In
you're
the-
on
in
the
the
court
season.
in the game, you might dap each other up. And have a word.
Yeah.
But if he, and again, I'm not 100% certain when I'm saying this, but
I'm not either.
if he missed both games against the Clippers, there might not have been an occasion to see him.
Yeah.
You know.
I you know what's funny too about Philly is we always think the grass is greener. But the thing about it, because he used that term earlier, the thing about it is we just don't pick the fucking right guy. Like when you say, okay, we're finna transition from James Harden to Paul George. Okay? Now most of the fan base is like, yeah, because James Harden had just underperformed in the game 7.
Yeah, once again.
And you're like, well, okay, if this guy is just going to never fucking show up in the big playoff game, I'll take anybody. And then here comes Paul George. It's like, you know, it's okay, you know, when you look back at it, now it's like, you know, now that we have all the information, it's like, okay, James Harden's going to play more games than Paul George. You know, he's going to be better. He's a natural point guard, which we have no point guards on the roster and all of that shit. But it's like, damn, we couldn't transition to anybody better than fucking Paul George. You know what I mean? And then you go from that, and then to Tobias, and it's a whole fucking shit show. But the light at the end of the tunnel for the Sixers is that we have a core group of young players that are good. If we can just get off of Paul and Embiid, and I'm more of getting off of Paul, but you're going to have to get off of Embiid as well. I just think that's going to be harder to do.
Yeah.
And then we can move on with the VJ Edgecombe and the Tyrese Maxey and and give Grimes his money and
If McCain comes
and
back.
McCain. You know what I mean? And then you got a nice core to go to war with, man. But these guys, just over the course of my fucking life, you just give these guys $1 billion, $1 trillion who are 37 and 36 with injury issues. Why? How do you could every fucking time you do it? Elton Brand and I mean, you just go back over time. The Lakers center, the big man who played with Kobe.
Pau Gasol?
No. The kid, he was a kid. Bynum.
Oh, Bynum.
Bynum was like fucking chewed gum after the Kobe run, and we give him a max contract. Like, fucking why?
Yeah.
Why?
You know, but I mean, like the trade that you like that should be the defining trade of this era is the Paul George for SGA, because it was, even then Paul George was, you know, younger, but it was chasing the high paid star and giving away the young player who hadn't reached his prime yet. And obviously there was a lot more gas in that tank and a higher ceiling than you know, the Clippers believed, you know, apparently. Because now you're sitting on an MVP in his prime as world champions, and you know, Paul George is on his like third team in as many years.
It's
But that, like, if you're gonna
NBA
if you're going to be like a good GM, like, you gotta start getting away from the 30+ guys.
when has that
on
worked?
big money?
I went through a rabbit hole in history. I'm like, okay, if GMs continuously do this, when has it fucking worked?
Yeah.
It just fucking hasn't. But why do all of them do it?
So what,
The Lakers thing did not work. The old guys,
Yeah,
the Karl
yeah.
Malone, and that shit
Well, they
didn't
tried
work.
it twice because then they had the one with Nash and Dwight.
Yeah.
They went down that. Now, like, so LeBron and Bosch were under 30 when they went to Miami.
They was in their prime.
No, but I'm saying, Ray Allen and KG. That might have been the close. Those guys were probably
They were in their prime though.
But
when they
about
first got to
close
Boston, but they were
right
close.
about 30, I would think.
Yeah.
That might be the closest.
That might be the closest.
Example maybe where it kind of worked, but again, you're getting right at the cusp of 30.
Yeah.
I'm
talking about these 35 and above.
No.
Paul George is 35, 36.
What I'm saying is, from an organizational standpoint,
He's 34, 35.
you kind of you got to draw a line and say we're not maxing anybody over 30 or over 32, and stand on that.
And stand on it.
Yeah. So PSG, which is won the European Championship in soccer this year, their coach, he doesn't want anybody over 26 to get signed. He's just like, I don't want to sign old players. So it's like, we'll sign young. As they age up, we'll move them on if we need to. But we're going to always have a young core team. And part of his style is to play like a very kind of physically aggressive, a lot of running and pressing in soccer. And so he knows, like, I can't play that style with even a great 32-year-old guy. He's just not going to hold up.
And then Daryl Morey, you've done a lot better than Elton Brand could ever dream of doing. But you just said last year we were old. We were going to go into a younger, new, but you fucking signed Kyle Lowry back, who's fucking 1,000 years old. You signed Eric Gordon back, who's a fucking 1,000 years old. You know, you got all of these fucking old guys. Paul George is old. It's like you just lied to us. You just lied right to my fucking face. It's a shit show. But that's my squad, and we'll see what the fuck happens, I guess. But that's it. All right. Anything? What else? What you guys got coming up? When do you guys put out your show? Short Desk Podcast
every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about your Koldmilk platform?
Well, right now I'm just really focusing. I got two artists right now.
Okay.
So focusing on music. You got One Mercy, he from here. Then you got Diggy, she from Brooksville. So
okay, I know about Brooksville.
Brooksville. So
Yeah.
and then I've been messing around with the comedy shit too. So,
You or you talking about you look for people?
No, me. We
Like stand up comedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bubba was the once aspiring stage.
I got up on stage once, man.
Yeah,
Got
that
up on
shit
stage
different.
once. It's real different.
That shit different. But
It's real different. So hold on, when you saying you dealing with a couple artists, is it from a managing standpoint?
yeah.
So let me ask you this. So, cause you did me about the about Bay Bubs, cause you said you've been hearing this music,
Yeah.
people been
I
posting
fuck
about
with
him.
him. A lot of people been sending it to me.
Yeah.
Not just they like, man, check this out, and I listen to him. But then I remember he was when they was doing the when OMG when they was doing
The tournament.
Yeah.
That was a good look for him to be in that. You know, he won that.
Yeah, he fresh.
Yeah. So when you looking at managing artists, like what's like now we in a different era, right? Totally
Yeah.
different era. Because back in the day it was guerrilla marketing. You could get out, hand out CDs, do the posters, the DJs.
Yeah.
What's different? What's different now than back then? Like what's a tactic? Because I'm thinking about it.
Well, how we about to do with Mercy is we still doing the internet stuff, but we going back to what you're saying. we going back to the posters and getting in people's face.
That's what I'm thinking. That's
Yeah,
still.
yeah.
I know we in 2025, but it's like
you got to go with that because that's not being done.
Yeah,
because the internet gonna do what the internet do. But see, a lot of people like we still doing all the internet stuff, all that. But we going to the we finna go to like the small towns. We finna go to Daytona with the flyers and all that, and just what I'm saying, get in people's faces.
Yeah, I think that's still a route.
Yeah, you got to.
Because less and less artists are doing it. They're totally dependent on the internet. I'm talking about the younger generation.
Yeah, we using the internet and we still doing it.
But doing both, I think, is the answer. Because these small towns, they become like fucking like small towns always looking for the new anyway, and then their love for you becomes so much fucking so strong.
There's a lot of psychology that goes into that because again, like seeing somebody live is different than seeing a video over the thing. You feel connected, and then you begin like rooting for that guy because you want to be the guy that's. Yo, I saw that guy back in 2025 before he blew up. It was a small club. It was somebody's backyard, and it was crazy. I knew this was going to happen. Yeah. People love to think they're right. Yeah. And so, if they see somebody and you create a positive vibe, and it's like those people become like really walking billboards for, your project, and because they're rooting for that because they want to be able to say, oh, I saw this coming.
Yeah. And people want to belong to something.
Yeah.
They just, what I'm saying? That's why I tell every artist, like, if you doing the showcase and shit, bring something that they can leave with. Get you some shirts made. Yeah. Because they want to leave with something. You know what I'm saying? You pass out shirts, guess what? Even another thing is it like the fucking people on the side of the street, give them a shirt. They going to be there all fucking day. You know what I'm saying? And what they going to see, they ain't like they going to change the shirt. Yeah. So now, you know what I'm saying? So
I only got so many shirts.
Yeah. So we
hey, hold on. I might borrow that idea. Yeah, man. That's another good one. Even switch out their sign. Hey, Pops, you go $5. Hey, hold this sign up.
Because you gotta think they there. And they be on the main street, so it's just like people gonna see it. People gonna see it. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. We just going back to the old way. We're going back to the old way, but staying with the new way. That's all.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. All right. Well, appreciate you. Now we'll be back next week. This is On the Bench. Catch you.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Had a great time, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, boss, man.
You already know it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just get with me, man.
I'm gonna definitely get with you because we're gonna try to.